Welcome everyone, welcome to ZSR, and welcome to a special one. The special one today is Twilight Princess HD, and we did not have that in quite some time. But not only is this Twilight Princess HD, this is Beta Quest, Dragonbane Zero's very own modification of TP. Alright. Let's go over to the layouts and let's check out what's going on here. As you can see, we have our 4 races for today. Jackraid, Taka, Lolicry, and Torp. And these 4 will battle it out. So, to talk about Beta Quest a little, before Dragonbane joins at some point. He made that all by himself. The others have a big high delay apparently, but that's fine. So to talk about a little about Beta Quest. This is the normal version of Twilight Princess HD. Also DB, you're muted. But with all the loading zones in the game actually randomized. There's a little more features in here. As you can see, there's 2 chests in Link's house. There are so many gimmicks, like the dogs all around, and the goat in the basement and stuff. You can pick between 2 different items, one being bombs, and the other one being the horse colt, so you can use Epona wherever you want. DP, you need to unmute yourself, not to deafen yourself.
Yes.
There we go. Hey!
Hello.
Alright. So, yeah, the main hub of Beta Quest is Castletown Center Plaza, where you can go to all the different directions, and whenever you want, and you are outside the dungeon, you can just safe warp to go there. This will be hard to commentate, by the way. So much stuff going on.
Yeah.
Lolicry already took the Snow Peak Uku, which can be useful in quite some cases. So this is any percent, meaning what you need to finish is the Master Sword, Ending Blow, and a loading zone to Ganon. That's pretty much all you need. So yeah, all loading zones here are random except the ones in dungeons. Besides the boss door. All dungeon doors... Oh my... Okay. Lolicry just found Ending Blow. 2 minutes in. I was about to say, you need Ending Blow, Master Sword, and the path to Ganon. The Ending Blow is required to beat Ganon, and Lolicry just found one of the biggest and important loading zones in the entire Beta Quest. Because he just found the Ending Blow, which is so big. So let me finish upon that sentence. All dungeon loading zones are normal besides the boss door and the entrance door. These are randomized. So it's like the classic Ocarina of Time Beta Quest mod, you know, just with a little differences, because it's not Ocarina of Time, but Twilight Princess. Torp found the Ending Blow as well, and I really tested the seed, and I'm kinda surprised, because I didn't find that. And DB didn't find it either, so yeah, oh well, but okay. Ending Blow is not all you need, so...
Yeah, that's a pretty special spawn actually, so where the wolf is already there, so yeah, that's very lucky actually. That's super rare to find.
Alright. So, Lolicry just entered Kakariko, and Kakariko is one of the better hubs you can reach in the game, just because there's so many loading zones in here you can access. The Sanctuary by itself already has 4 different loading zones, because it's 4 different doors. Right door loading zone is a different one than the left door, so he just entered one of 4, and he entered Hyrule Castle. Alright, but not really that big a deal. No Proco, warping is not affected by the randomization, so if you take a warp to somewhere once you can warp, it will be a consistent one.
So Torp is currently in the Tetrarito, which is only partially loaded, because actually before Tetrarito fully loads, you need to defeat the messengers, and he just realized that, so yeah. He needs to defeat them first before he can actually use the doors and anything.
Yeah, it's like some weird bonus state, or like not even like full Kakariko before you do it. It's so weird. When I first tried the randomizer, or the Beta Quest mod, while it was still in beta, I just went around Kakariko and it actually crashed because it wasn't properly loaded. So Torp now finished the messengers, which also gives him his first warp portal. Not that he could do anything with it yet, because he don't have the can't warp without the Master Sword. And then no, they don't have anything but Epona tamed and the wooden sword. So to be able to turn Wolf, you can either find the Master Sword or actually trigger a Twilight barrier, which forces you into Wolf. There's another state called Fake Wolf, but that's something else. Alright, Lolicry found a really important loading zone as well, because he just found Forest Temple, and Forest Temple gives you access.
Oh, that's super good. Yeah, that's super nice.
Yep. Forest Temple gives you access to one of the best items in the game. Which is...
he's doing it right now with the weird camera, so that could be tricky. Let's see actually if he voids or not. That's really hard.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, he missed it. That's pretty normal. If you don't watch the Oot cutscene, if you're intended to go to the other door first and watch the cutscene, if you don't, the game is like trying to pan the camera over to Oot, but it can't really do it from here, so it really messes up.
Yep. And it's not like early boomerang is an easy trick, but ooh, clips out just barely. It's not like early boomerang is an easy trick by itself. You really need to be precise about it. And now the camera will just randomly pan away, like you just saw. And now he clipped in, and that's important. So now you gotta be quick. You gotta walk forward, you gotta wait for the bridge to turn again, which you can influence by just calling Midna while the fans are still turning. In this case, he was too slow, so he has to wait. And if he gets across, he has done the most difficult part about early boomerang. Alright, one more jump, and then he can kill Ook and grab the boomerang, which will open up a lot more routing options for him. Waiting for the wind now.
This trait is super easy, you really shouldn't mess it up. That was actually kind of close. Yeah, the camera decided just to get weird in the last second. And yeah, there's Ook, who's still chilling there, but now he's suddenly inside. Figure that one out.
He warped as well. He's playing Beta Quest 2. So about the others, in every single room in any dungeon, every single spawn you find, if you die, you find another spawn location. There's also a spawn location you can find by safe warping in the dungeon, although these spawns are the same all across or all around the dungeon. So safe warps from any dungeon are consistent.
Yeah. And yeah, Jet Crate just used Epona inside Twilight and a dungeon. That's one of the new features of Beta Quest. You can actually call and use Epona.
Yeah, Epona is available anywhere or everywhere, and that makes it possible to use her in some really specific and really interesting ways, partly to even sequence break stuff. Because you can get across certain holes and gaps with her that you couldn't go past normally. Alright, so ending blow and boomerang already for Lily Cry. Really good start. We actually try to not give you a seat that's too long. Yeah, what's the value in choosing bombs at the beginning? Well, DB. I kinda agree with him that bombs are way less strong than the horse call.
Well, actually, I don't know. My personal preference is also the horse crawl, so I figured like I had to offer an alternative, and I was like, what is the second best item I can give you? And I was like, well, it's really tricky because the horse crawl is already so good. So I figured like the bombs are the second best. And it's kind of true, but yeah, I mean, the horse crawl is just so good. Like, most people really choose it over the bomb bag. The bomb bag can have its uses depending on if you play bingo, for example, and there's a specific goal on the board, bombs could be useful for that. So sometimes it has its uses, but for 80%, I would say horse crawl is the way to go, yeah.
Could have offered the Master Sword in a second shot.
Yeah, that would be interesting, actually.
Actually just noticed that the URLs in the Omnibar were still pointing to zelda.speedruns.com, so I just changed that. Oof. Okay, Hyrule Castle for Jack Raid, we already saw that before. And Taka just found Forest Temple as well, so he's on his way to grab the boomerang as well. Clips inside the bridge. Coke world record for this is like 6 minutes, something, I want to say.
Yeah, it's around 6 minutes, I would say, yeah. It's mostly just the cutscenes, and yeah, that's it. I think there's like one optimization that could be done, like one zone less, but it's pretty optimal, actually.
It's obviously a seed that people knew how to get past, and that they actually looked for it to have a seed that's really fast. So you cannot compare it to this one, where the racers don't know anything about the seed in it. Bonds, Taka almost dying there. But gets it. So yeah. One really main location if you play the beta quest, is the Faron Woods part, because there's quite a few things you can access from there. If you find South Faron, you will get the lantern, which can be really important. Also, if you don't get the lucky spawn that the runners got in this seed, where they just found the ending low, you really need to either make sure to never start Faron Twilight, or to just finish it, which takes quite a bit. Right, Torp actually found the sword training, which is not really that interesting. And he's just entering Link's house. And where will Link's house bring in? Ooh, okay then. And that's some of Dragonbane's trolls in here. That's one of the beta rooms. What is this room about, DB? Is this the law shot testing room? I can't remember.
That's the Darkhammer. So that's the Darkhammer beta room.
Oh yeah.
I think, yeah, it was used for claw shot. You can't really tell, like, that claw shot targets there, and it might have been used to test the fight, like the claw shotting around. Maybe it was used for that, but you can't really tell. At least it definitely was tested for the Darkhammer fight and Snowpeak runes, but we don't know more about the room besides that it probably was a test case for the fight. And he's actually, if you spawn the mini boss in the actual room and then come back here, he actually will be here. So that's pretty funny. So you can fight him in this room and actually defeat him too. So yeah, that's interesting. And on HD, this room is dark for some reason, but on SD, it's actually really bright. So for some reason, the lightning info got lost on HD, so now it's completely pitch black for some reason.
Yeah, Top had no chance but to save Robin there. Also, Lolicroy just found a sense, which is really important as well. So, he can now use sense, which is what you learn in that small cutscene here after leaving the cell in the sewers, where Midna tells you, hey, use your senses, and that's when you can start using your senses. DB, did you get a new mic since you commentated Jim's task? I guess you did.
Yeah, there was a certain person who recommended me to get a new mic, and so I did.
I have no clue who you mean. Alright, Torp is in my least favorite place in Snowpeak actually, which is in Beta Quest actually, which is Snowpeak, because Snowpeak honestly has so many loading zones and so many spawns that you just land here like 70% of the time. Like, it's so annoying, and I hate this dungeon to death in Beta Quest only. Also, what you just saw on Taka's screen, he used an amiibo to do a quick load. The Wolflink amiibo can be used to quickly access a save file, and that's just a little fast and more convenient for Beta Quest. Also, I'm kind of surprised that Taka... Wait, Taka? Why did you just load again? Did he just load the wrong file? I believe he did.
Seems like that, yeah.
And he just found his way to North Farron as well. No, that was the wrong door. But yeah, as you see, this is quite hard to commentate because there's so much stuff going on, but mostly what these runners try to do right now is just that they test out as many loading zones as possible.
Yeah.
They want to find out what the save warps from of the dungeons are. They want to find out what the loading zones from Castle Town lead to, and that's like the big few ones you want to do. And then afterwards, in my humble opinion, it's all Kakariko if you can get there.
Yeah, it's really important to have a consistent chain to Kakariko, because there are like 50 loading zones going off Kakariko, so if you have a quick way to Kakariko, it's really nice.
And yeah, in this case, for this seed, we actually have like a super easy trip to Kakariko, since you just have to go west in Castle Town, and then you will be entering Kakariko, so... see. Also, Uku is randomized as well. No, it's not.
No, it's not. Uku is normal. What it just did there is it's actually a fallback, a safety fallback, because if you Uku out and you're wolf, then it will actually try to transform your wolf while you're Uking out, and that actually crushes Link, and on HD it results in parallel universe glitch, and that's kind of bad, so I had to fix that.
So Lolicry just got Wolf off of this, which is off of this past sequence, which is really good for him. Because having Wolf can lead to quite a few things.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Oh, he was in Fake Wolf, right? That's why he could transform.
No, he can always transform from wolf to human. That's
oh, yeah.
one of the features. Yeah.
True. So yeah,
I also made that because otherwise, if you're stuck as Wolf, you can't open doors and anything, so you're really kind of limited. So, like in Kakariko, for example, if you're Wolf, you can't really do anything. So I figured, like, you should always be able to transform from Wolf to human. Just a convenience feature. But you definitely need a Master Sword to transform from human to Wolf again, and that's also kind of important. So you still need the Master Sword anyway to really accomplish stuff.
yeah. Okay, people are asking for an explanation on Parallel Universe. It's been a while. You might want to take that. Also, Lolicry just found the big one.
Oh, yeah.
He's Wolf and he found the Master Sword.
Yeah,
Oh, dang.
that's really important. And that's also not actually too hard. Like the backdoor of the Sanctuary, it's not immediately, like it's not the first zone you try, like almost no one tries this first, but it's definitely something you try eventually. So unless you think you already tried it and then forget about it, you will try this eventually. So Lolicry is really lucky he tried it this early, actually. And yeah, I know he has some real Master Sword, and that will definitely speed up because now he can actually warp too, and since he has Kakariko warp already, he can get to Kakariko even faster from like anywhere. So he can really try many zones now. And there's also a trip for the end game, which is good for him. As for Parallel Universe, yeah, it's actually kind of strange. Like in SD, if one of your positional axis got corrupted, got like an invalid value, you would just void out, and that's pretty much the normal thing TP does. But in HD, if that happens, for some reason, like the axis suddenly switches to infinite, like the value infinite, and then suddenly Link is everywhere, like he's everywhere in the current room at the same time. So like you're everywhere. If you slash your sword, you instantly cut all grass on the map. You hit every enemy is on your position and hits you if you're there, and it's really strange. And you can't even see Link, like he's not visible, but he's everywhere, and it's a really strange glitch. And there's one casual way to actually trigger it, but it's not really useful, except you can get a silver rupee out of it, which is quite funny. But yeah, it's a really strange glitch that was added in HD for some reason.
We actually had quite big hope in this glitch because it was like one of the really few scenarios in which we thought we could maybe glitch our way to early Master Sword in HD.
Oh yeah, because another interesting thing is, since you're everywhere, you're also technically on every loading zone at the same time, and if you're lucky, you can actually slash your sword or move like one step, you can actually trigger a loading zone. And since every loading zone is on the same spot, like it will choose one of them kind of randomly, and sometimes you won't hit anything because just everything is so messed up and on the same spot, so the game really has a problem deciding the priorities. But if you're lucky, you can actually hit a loading zone. So our hope was to trigger it in North Faron maybe, and then hit the loading zone to the Sacred Grove. But yeah, it could maybe happen if you could trigger the glitch in North Faron, but there's no real way right now to corrupt your positional access on wherever you are. Like, it really needs a specific setup. And yeah, that's not something we can do in a real run right now.
Yeah, and also, since it was just asked in chat, yes, Beta Quest actually allowed for a few new glitches that were patched in HD, such as the early Master Sword glitch, because DB just removed the giant, big-ass invisible wall that Nintendo planted there. Also stuff like map glitches back in.
The fixes were really kind of silly. Like, the map glitch fix is really just the GameCube Japanese fix. They just took that version, so they didn't really even patch it. They already took the patch that was available. And for EMS, they just put a giant collision wall there, not really anything else. And maybe some of you know that the messengers only do a trick attacks now. And it was not even done by removing the animation, like the animation is still there. And the only thing they did, just chooses the fast attack like every time now. They changed the randomization to always choose the fast attack, but the slow attack is still in the files, which is really silly. So yeah, the patches are really kind of bad, but I guess they do the job because we still haven't found a way to get EMS at least in a real-time run now, which is sad, but yeah.
We're not even close, actually, so...
Yeah, really lame patches, but they do their job. So.
Also, Taka just found EMS as well, but he's still missing Ending Blow, if I remember correctly. So, yeah. I didn't change a thing, Lost. I was always the same volume.
So yeah, Lollicry is actually pretty equipped well now. He has the Master Sword, he has Ending Blow, I think, and he has the Gay Boomerang, so if he finds the final fight, he can probably finish it already. So yeah, he just needs to find Ganondorf.
Yeah, that's quite crazy, actually.
Yeah.
And I believe we already found the spawn to Beast Ganon on Jack Wade's screen, so...
Yeah.
I was hoping for this to go longer, but maybe Lollicry will get trolled by the seed. We don't know.
Yeah, and maybe he could still miss, like, finding Gandalf. It might be easy, it might be hard, we don't know, so... He could take long enough to find Gandalf that Tata can easily catch up with him, because he's almost done with the cutscene too, so right now it's just a lucky guess.
So, if Lollicry wasn't actually as equipped as he is right now, that spawn he just found, which was the Purple Mist area, is actually quite good. Because if you need to still grab the Ending Blow and potentially already have Farron and Twilight, this is one of the big 3 loading zones you need to be able to collect all the tiers for the vessel. That's something else we didn't talk about. As you can imagine, with Beta Quest, having to complete the vessel and grabbing all the tiers is really tedious. So Dragonbane actually adjusted the Twilights in some way, especially Eldin and Lenario.
Yeah.
Just to be.
It made them even easier than they already are. For example, in Farron, like the house of Koro, where there are 2 tiers inside, there are only 2 zones to this house. So to find the 2 tiers in his house would actually be really hard. So I actually just put them elsewhere in Farron, which is easier to find.
Alright, and Jacquet already found that loading zone to the Golden Wolf again.
Oh, Taka actually found Beast Ganon. Oh, that's nice. Actually, he can... Does he have Ending Blow? He's fighting him, so... Does Taka have Ending Blow?
I wanna say he does not.
Oh, he's trying to beat the game right now, so we will see. So actually, if Tata has Ending Blow, he could take the win right now, unless Lollicry finds Horseback right now. So yeah, you also see Tata is actually fighting Beast Ganon without Midnight on his back. That's actually not something I added, that's actually something that works normally. If you don't have Midnight, you can still grab a home. That's just something Nintendo didn't care about to actually check for.
Yeah, this is actually quite something. The problem with Beta Quest is obviously that you cannot really give a correct estimate. I mean, we checked the seed beforehand and looked for certain loading zones, but they still found a really quick way to handle it. So, yeah. I didn't expect this to be early this quickly, but hey. Taka just finishes off Beast Ganon.
Well, if he doesn't have Ending Blow, he will have a nice surprise now, but I really think he should be smart enough to notice, so yeah, we'll see. But yeah, if he does have Ending Blow, he will actually finish the game right now. So yeah, almost sub 30, which is cool.
Yep, he won't reach the sub 30 because he's still too far away from it, but yeah, actually that could still work. It's close.
Oh, if he, I guess for next time you have to find a harder seed then. These players are too good.
Yeah, apparently. And he actually gets the sub 30.
Nice.
Dang, this is crazy. This is 29:53.
It's actually really good for our first time playing a seed. That's actually a time you expect to get when you know the seed already, so that's really nice. Wow, Tata is the winner, it seems. Unless he forgot any blow. We'll find that out in like 20 seconds. Of course, he could still choke to Ganondorf as well, as that is.
Can you Epona bong through a spider net, DB?
Maybe. I never tried it. That's something you have to try. You are patient, you can bonk things for 3 hours.
Right. Yeah, right.
I can't do that. I
Alright.
don't have the patience. Alright, Tucker is going to finish. If he has any blow. Let's see. Oh, he's choking. Oh no. Oh no!
No!
That goes to sub 30.
The fight of shame.
Oh, it's over. Yeah, he misses it. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, and he finishes. Damn.
30-03.
Well, nice time for him. GG.
That's kind of crazy. Yeah, but that's a GG. But yeah, that's Beta Quest for you, everyone. A seed, like the first ever seed that we did of Beta Quest that was done by me. DB, how long did it take? 8 hours?
I don't know.
I believe it took like 8 hours for me to finish the seed. But then you have these kind of seeds where it's so easy that you can just finish it in 30 minutes. This has nothing to do with getting good, actually. But yeah, Taka is a really good Beta Quest player, so that's no surprise here, but it's still a result that I personally did not expect. Because as I said, we screened this, the seed before. Yeah, DB wants to join these in the future, but if you want to, DB, we need a 6-player Twitch player layout.
Yeah. And we should get Fino to join as well. I don't know where Fino is right now, but you have to get him back.
Probably at HDQ.
Yeah, that could be true.
On his way there. Also, anyone in chat that's going to HDQ, please, I don't know, bring a picture of me or something, so I feel like I'm with you there, because I'm so sad. I'm so sad.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. Next year we will be there again.
Yep. DB and me will just buy GameStop Quick next year from ZSR money.
Yeah, sure.
And then we'll just host our own AGDQ. That's the plan.
Oh yeah, that's definitely what we should do. Failed GD2 alternatives are definitely not a thing, so we should start our own.
Also, poor Lolicry, he didn't find Beast Ganon, he found Zelda. So he has to do Zelda. Also, I believe Jack Raid really feels like the guys are joking on him, because Taka already finished, and I believe Jack Raid didn't find Master Sword, nor Ending Blow, so...
Yeah, I think he kind of feels cheated right now.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
But yeah, Torokat...
Yeah, this is...
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, this is kind of like OT Beta Quest, yeah. I kind of based my version on MZX Rules version of OT because I liked it a lot, so I wanted to have my own for TP, so yeah, that's what I did.
Also, yeah, for the next match, or next stream of this, we'll definitely have a chat command for it. But yeah, that's the idea. Of course, there is more to beta quest than just doing any percent. Obviously, there's the really long stuff, like all dungeons, which will take forever, usually.
Man, that takes so many hours.
Yep. But then there's also something really interesting, which is bingo. There's a bingo extension for Twilight Princess HD that actually works with beta quest quite well. And if you're interested in it, you can just join the Twilight Princess Discord, which you can find if you use !Discord in the chat. And it will give you, or will give you, all the information. I believe the bingo for TBH is actually even linked in the useful links section.
Yeah, it is.
That should be renamed
yeah.
to resources, by the way. Useful links is just bad.
It should be resources. I agree. I would change it.
Good.
And yeah, I mean, bingo is really fun. Bingo is always fun in any game, but it's really fun in beta quest because normally bingo and Twilight Princess is kind of boring, I guess, because it's always the same start. But in beta quest, like, you can be anywhere immediately, so that actually makes bingo and Twilight Princess pretty fun. And lockout is fun anyway, so because it puts the stress levels way higher, because like immediately in the first zone, seconds can matter to snipe someone on like a map or a compass, so it's really cool.
Yeah. Tarot card, there's actually some logic in place. I'm not entirely sure if every single seed is beatable. Probably not, right, DB?
Depends really. There's some logic there that not everything is randomized. For example, to make sure that some really obscure cases don't trigger and crash your game or softlock your game. There are still some because the game is just so huge and so much more complex than OT, for example. So I really had to fix a lot of edge cases. But every seed should be technically beatable. There should be no closed loops that you can't get out of, but there could always be something that I haven't seen before because there's just so many combinations. So there are probably seeds that are really hard to beat or almost impossible to beat, but yeah.
The problem is that seeds or like progression items could be locked behind like a really specific, no mistakes possible, 15-step loading zones, safe drop combination, and that's unlikely to be found. So that's something you cannot really prevent.
The longest matches of this that I have personally done were races against Fino, which were often up to 3 hours, and there I sometimes had chains up to 10 steps. They had to do 10 steps of go here, die here, do this, go there, die again, die, and then go there, and then just to get to an area again to get a bingo goal. So yeah, I definitely had really long chains. And Samurai Man was actually the most active player of this in the past. He actually finished our Dungeons run of this category, and yeah, he took forever. And he had really, really complex chains.
It took like 11 hours, right?
Yeah, he really was patient, but he did it, so I'm proud of him for that.
So, there's still a sub goal for ZSR that's forcing me to do a 24-hour stream, and if I get to do that, I'll actually do at least one beta quest seed. I probably won't do all dungeons because I want to do another full sanity run of OTR. But
by the way, GG to Lordicry just finished. So...
GG indeed, 37:48, finishing about 8 minutes behind.
Jack Raid is sad. Oh no, poor guy.
And yeah, lost this chat bot has no sub goal. I need to edit because I'm bad.
Wow, Tress, you're so bad.
Yeah, well, if a certain someone would code me my base ZSR instance.
Wow, sassy. You're so sassy.
You know? You know?
Wow. The time for that, I will do that. Yeah, and then you can focus on the bot. Yeah. Oh, when you do your 24-hour stream and play Beta Quest, I should race you, so that should be fun.
Yeah, for sure. Also, we just let Lost join us, because Lost...
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because Lost knows not enough about TP, and I finally
that would be a catastrophe. That would be funny.
And then I finally get a chance to beat her, which is good. Because I could never beat an OTR, so.
Yeah, that would be even the playground. Yeah.
Grand Zelda, this is something really elaborate. I actually had a talk with a few subs lately, and they said they would be really interested in a coding stream on ZSR. So potentially for the next Zelda Speedruns Marathon layouts, I'll do some coding streams on a second channel and then talk about what we are using and how we're using it.
That sounds fun. That's a good idea too.
Yep.
There's a lot of tech involved in this, which probably most people don't even know about because there's so much going on behind the scenes. But really put a lot of effort into this, so yeah.
Poor Torb finding the Master Sword, but not being Wolf, he cannot access it.
That's really unlucky, actually, to find the Master Sword 40 minutes in and you still haven't found Wolf. That's really rare and very unlucky.
Falcon Can, Beta Quest is actually a modification by my fellow co-commentator Dragonbane here that actually changes all the loading zones around and just randomizes them. Like, every single loading zone except for a few and the ones inside dungeons but the boss door are completely random. So, as you just saw Jack Wade, he left through the window in Orden and he entered a room in Arbiter's grounds. And this actually makes the game harder to beat, but it can on occasion lead to a really quick seed, as it just turned out for Taka and Loliquai, who just found the really important items in like no time, and thus were able to finish the game in like 40 minutes. So yeah, technically, to finish Twilight Princess HD, you only need 3 things. The first one being a loading zone that leads to Ganon, the second one being the Master Sword, and the third one being the ending blow. Because without Master Sword and ending blow, you cannot beat Ganon. So if you find these 3 things, you don't need anything else. You can just go straight there. And Jack Wade just found the lantern in South Faron, which is the first time we see South Faron. And it's usually in normal, longer playthroughs. It's a really important location to find. Where can you find Beta Quest? I heard. Let me just link it in the chat. There it is. So if you want to play Beta Quest 2.0 yourself, go follow this link right there, and you will need a soft modded Wii U, which is really not hard at all. But then you can enjoy this awesomeness that is Beta Quest yourself.
I just renamed the channel on the Discord to Resources.
Yay!
So yay for sensible names.
Wow, DB. Wow, I just gotta send you a screenshot.
Do it.
Wow. Just no. But yeah. TPSD TPSD rando. It is possible to do, but SD modding tools are not even remotely as good as the ones for HD, just because you don't have as good a memory access as you do for the Wii U games. So Yeah, I doubt it will happen. If DB had, like, unlimited time, he could do it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I could. And I mean, for games like Breath of the Wild, it's kinda like... I mean, there are barely any loading zones to begin with, so what do you want to do beta quest with? I guess you could randomize the shrines, but I don't know if that's too fun.
Yeah, shrine randomization is not really fun. Like, stuff like Lou was mentioning would be fun though. Like, messing with like the values. A hunger system.
Yeah, like a Chaos Edition of Breath of the Wild, that'd be fun, yeah. Just randomly thunder and anything attacking you, that could be fun.
Lost, there is no wrong version of TP. Wii version does not exist. But yeah, as you can see, just because the seed was really quick for Taka and for Lodi, just because they got on the right track towards the progression items, it doesn't mean that it's fast for all of them. Just because Jack Wade and Torb are still so far away from getting their progression, that it could take them, easily could take them another hour. That's just how beta quest is. Also, don't worry, they are dying a lot, but this is actually intended, because dying is a loading zone. It has another spawn attached to it, and thus it's randomized. So, Jackway just spawned in Castletown South Road. And let's go into the bar! Yay!
This is a feature I took directly from the Ocarina of Time beta quest because I really like the aspect that you can die and trigger another loading zone, especially since you sometimes have to think about which loading zone the death will actually be. So yeah, it actually opens some interesting routing potential, so that's why I really wanted to include this feature for Twilight Princess as well.
Also, a few things I want to talk about, since this is our best possible time to talk about Twilight Princess. If you're interested in joining the TP community, which is like a really awesome bunch of people, hit us up in the Discord and we'll show you the drill of Twilight Princess. It's a really hard speed game, at least to learn. But the community is amazing and the support is great and our resources are really detailed, so if you want to join, feel free to. Beta quest is available to you. There's several games of several difficulty levels. TPHD as an any percent speedrun is a really easy speedrun to start with. It's a really good beginner speedrun. While the GameCube any percent speedrun is kind of hard, and the Wii any percent speedrun is impossible pretty much. Because it's so hard that nobody has yet done a run of the currently fastest any percent route. It's a really good run and a really interesting route, but it's just so hard. And Jack Wade found the Master Sword. Oh, he will be so relieved.
Yay for Jack Wade. That took a while, but he did it. He won't take another 3 hours to... No, he can actually almost finish now.
I believe he found Beastgen already. Really early.
Oh, that's good. Oh, hopefully he wrote it down. But he should, because it's so important.
Alright. So, as always, whenever he's participating in something, Torb gets his ass whipped. Classic. Classic Torb. Missing now, it's randomized every time. You actually, as against like the new kinds of randomizers you do, you just choose a file name in a normal file select, and depending on the file name you enter, the game will be randomized. So if you enter the file name multiple times, it will always be the same. But if you enter a different file name, it will just be a completely different game. And yes, Grand Zelda. You can.
Whoa, Torb just found the final fight, but he still has the wooden sword, so that doesn't do him much good.
Yes, Jack Raid has ending blow. All 4 of them have it now. But yeah, Beta Quest is something you can really try without even knowing anything about Twilight Princess. The loading zones are mostly obvious to you anyways. The only thing you will be limited in is that you don't know any strats or glitches that you can abuse to like be able to cross certain gaps or be faster. But in general, you can just try it out without extensive game knowledge, which is something really interesting. And again, as said, if you're interested in running a new game or picking up a new game, Twilight Princess HD is actually a really good speedrun to start with, just because it's not hard to get into. It doesn't have really complicated glitches, although it does have glitches. But yeah, it's a good starting point. Missing now, this is actually all people on the same seed. But since it's completely random where you go, we actually took a seed that had lots of different routing options in the beginning. Some will finish super fast just because they are lucky, and others will just get wrecked by the seed. That's just how it is. Well, I don't know, Lily. Why were you so fast? I'm still kind of surprised. Like, DB and me screened the seed, but apparently we missed 2 really key loading zones. Especially the one that led to the ending blow. Which is usually something that can be really, really trolly, because you need that ending blow, and it's not that many loading zones that you can just access without meeting the pre-requirements. There's only this one loading zone that they just found that will spawn you right in front. And well, they found that early. And Jack Raid is actually in the boss cutscene, and he will now fight Blizzetta. No, he's safe swapping out. No interest, because he doesn't have the ball and chain. Also, we're just switching over to 2 streams because it just makes it easier for all of us to watch the stream. So, whoops, that's the wrong layout. That's the correct layout. I almost did it correctly. So yeah. Let's watch a little more on Jack Raid and Torb, because our 2 hours is already done. And now Jack Raid is pretty much only trying to find a loading zone that brings him to Ganon. While Torb is still hoping to find his Master Sword. He knows how to get there. He just needs to find a way to become Wolf first. Also, DB died.
I died for our sins.
Oh no, Jackweight actually did not have ending blow. Oh right, now he found it.
Yay! There he goes. So that raid will actually be able to finish and won't take 3 hours, so that's nice for him.
Go Torp! Go Torp! Go Torp! No Torp, you need to go up. But yeah, he decided against it, and that was actually a good choice, because if Torp actually went ahead and activated the Zelda cutscene, does the Zelda cutscene trigger the Twilight? Maybe? See, he's not talking to me again.
To you.
Does the
What was the question? Sorry.
Does the Zelda cutscene in the tower trigger the Twilight?
No. The Twilight is triggered by freeing Talo in North Baron.
Is that the only way to trigger the Twilight?
Yes, yes. That's actually how it happens casually too, and that's how I left it.
Well,
I didn't turn.
unless you trigger the. What if you trigger the spawn point after leaving the tower, like the one that would casually lead you to the sword and shield sequence? Would that still be in the old state, or would that be in the Twilight state? Because remember something about more than one way to trigger the parent Twilight. And Lou, no, this is not Zelda aim. This is not Zelda aim. Whenever you miss Ganon, it's your own fault, because you can aim for Zelda just by using the camera.
Yay!
There we go, Jackweight, he'll finish. Sub 1 as well.
Woohoo! Yay!
Yay!
So it's just about top now. Poor guy. Hopefully he can also finish quickly.
Yeah, DB. Could you... What about multi-world TPHD? This actually sounds so amazing.
Oh god.
I know you could do it.
I could, yeah. I don't even want to think about it right now. About all the things I would have to do to happen. I rather don't right now.
No.
But yeah, I put it on my list that takes into 2022 already, and then I will do it then.
Yeah. DB and my list for things we want to do with Zelda speedruns is like so long. We'll probably still coding on CSR when both of us are like in a retirement home or something. I don't know.
And Jackweight just forgot how to fight Ganondorf, apparently.
Yeah, he forgot how to jump spin. That's quite sad.
Okay. Yeah, but he finished. GG.
GG to Jackweight, indeed. But yeah, honestly, we kind of want to remove Jackweight from the TP community now, because he forgot how to fight the Ganon. Alright, Chad, give it up for Torp. Torp needs to finish. And all Torp is looking for is the Master Sword. Also,
And
yeah,
now Torb is just standing around.
enjoy Jack Wade's audio of Ganon.
Breathing heavily.
That's not breathing heavily. That's actually groaning, mourning. That's like mourning aesthetically. Like
Depends how you look at it.
maybe I don't know if he's mourning with pleasure or groaning with pain, something like that.
Could be both, who knows?
Yeah, maybe he enjoys pain. But yeah, let's get rid of this and switch to Torp's audio. There, Lost, you got your game audio. Yeah. Alright. Let's switch to Torp only mode. The Torp cam is coming up. There we go. Yo, Torp! Go do it! Also, there we go. It looked like the LFG Siphon chat plugin died, but apparently it didn't. Yeah, there's so much empty space on this layout. I believe we need something special here. So, how's this? Hey Chad. Do you know this nerd right here? This nerd right here? Hey there. Oof! Lou, screw you. Peace. Yeah, cause I can use it, I might as well. No. Wait. Let's just do it like that. Or like that's better. That's actually so good. Oh, don't move the layout. Shit. But yeah, Beta Quest for TP is actually something really fun. If you want to test it out, as said, go to our ZSR Discord. You will find it there. Actually, I will remove that cam again because it's awful. And just get your Wii U soft modded. It's a really easy setup by now. You just need to open the browser and open a website and it will do the soft mod for you. It's really nothing big. And then you can enjoy Twilight Princess HD Beta Quest yourself. And that's against the normal item randomizers that are like the shit right now. You don't have to install several seeds. You can just switch up the seed in the file menu, which is something item randomizer nerds dream of, right? DB, when is Twilight Princess randomizer? He died. Again. But now multi-role TPHD really doesn't sound that much fun. But a randomizer would obviously be fun. But that's just a time commitment that both him and me just cannot bring to the table right now. There's no way. Else we would. And at some point I'm pretty sure we will. But it wouldn't even be a TPHD item randomizer, it would be a TP item randomizer. Just cause even though I love TPHD, SD is clearly the superior version. Right? You just gotta be honest here. Oh yeah, DB, did we talk about that before?
About what?
Now that 4.0 will be web patcher only, we need multi-world support.
Yeah, we do. We talked about that
Did
for 10 seconds.
didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
So you do know, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, I was like, let me think about this. And I thought about it for like 30 seconds. And I was like, yeah, I can make this work somehow, our current database. So yeah, we'll make
Yay!
this work.
This guy is good.
Uh,
This guy is really good. Oh, where's Tresscam? Yeah, well, it broke. It saw my face and it broke. Ah, but yeah, poor Torp actually getting wrecked. Which is kind of sad, but that's life, you know. Also, if you guys are into randomizing stuff, there's another stream coming up on ZSR today in actually around 55 minutes. And this will be A Link to the Past Randomizer and the Challenge Cup. So if you want to watch that, make sure to stop by then again, because hey, that will be fun. We are already in round 3. And yeah, that's great. And Torp just found the Stalord fight. Well, then. That's actually something
Oh,
special.
he's super. Yeah, he's super unlucky. This isn't all dungeons. For all dungeons, it will be really.
Yep. That's actually something special here. In a normal TP playthrough, the door on the other side of the Stalord boss fight arena is open. As soon as you touch the loading zone, because right in front of the loading zone for the boss door, there's a trigger that closes the door.
Yeah, so since he never did that and just randomly walked into the room, he actually sees something cool now, and that is that the gate is open by default, which is something we would really like to abuse, but the trigger is sadly too big to skip.
Okay, we actually did Starlight skip. He just ran through the gate.
Yeah, technically he did, yeah.
The idea is that we'll do these more often now and potentially do other categories like bingo, maybe even if we feel like super crazy, do an all dungeons one. Or something special like a 3 dungeon boss rush or something. Siberian, I said that before, but since I don't have a chat command ready, Beta Quest is a modification by Dragonbane for Twilight Princess HD that randomizes all loading zones. So if you go through a door that's not in a dungeon, you will just end up anywhere in the world. Like all spawn points are randomized. Which is also a reply to Luxorio. It's not a normal speedrun. 3 of the guys already finished. And Torp is the final one to go. But he cannot find the final item. Poor Torp. He finds everything, but this loading zone to sewers, which makes him wolf. He cannot do map glitch, Louis. He doesn't have the map warp. You scrub. Grand Zelda, that's not a big problem if he could access the Master Sword. The problem is, the runners all only found one single way to Master Sword so far, and that one enters through the main hall and spawns you right on top of the warp portal. To access the Master Sword from there, you need to howl and do the Master Sword puzzle, though. And to howl, you need to be wolf. So, yeah. There's different spawn points in the area around Master Sword that actually allows you to get there as human using LJAs. Or there's actually another spawn that spawns you right in front of the Master Sword. That too. But Torp didn't find any of these, so... Also, why is Torp not dying? Excuse me?
I'm not sure why he is suffering through the snowstorm. Maybe there's a loading zone for some reason.
But he should be what? Ah, there we go. Okay, I was waiting.
Okay. He was waiting to hit. Okay, I guess he wanted to hit that. And I guess that's not random. Interesting. I actually didn't know about that.
It is.
I never hit this one.
It is random, for sure. That was just a coincidence.
Maybe.
No, Torp, that was a really disappointing break slide. That was like, no.
Yeah, he is back in check. If he finds the right zone now, okay, he doesn't. He could spawn in the right place, but yeah.
Torp, should we give you a tip where to go? Go left! Torp, go left! Go left, Torp! Good. Now go around the sanctuary. And open the door. Was that right? Wasn't it like the back side of sanctuary? The right door?
That's right. So he just needs that.
No, that's actually...
Should I actually give him a tip right? Should I actually give him a tip right now?
I feel like I checked everything. I feel like he didn't check like any loading zone besides the sanctuary in Kakariko.
Oops.
I was trolling him.
And he still hasn't found Wolf apparently, so that's
that's why I said
either. Oops.
That's why I trolled him.
Wow. Poor Torp.
I said.
Oh man.
That was so mean, actually. For a second, I thought he crashed. He didn't know where to go, so I thought, hey, let's show him the Master Sword again without a chance to get it. So I said, open the back right door of the sanctuary. Oh, so mean. But yeah, Torp, if you want to stop, that's perfectly fine. But yeah, guys, this is classic beta quest to you. Sometimes you just get trolled by the game so hard that you're missing one single check that you can get easily. Like, there's so many ways to get Wolf. But yeah, Torp is just not finding it. Well, great. We're in for some snowboarding, guys. Yeah, Jack, it is, but for Torb right now it isn't. Poor Torb. Also, Jack, if this seed is so easy, why did she only get 3rd place then? Dang. Grand Zelda Torb has been speedrunning for like 4 or 5 years. He started when I started, roughly. It's just Torb stream being a little laggy. Oh, Jackraid, you really want to do that? One-on-one beta quest? If I had the time, I was down, but sadly, hey people, what up, by the way? But yeah, poor Torb really is struggling to find the right loading zone. No, not gone mines. But yeah, it was Snow Peak and then one door. So I believe it's just Snow Peak, get Uku, and then you just are in the sewers. And yeah, Torb just noticed that there's 2 Snow Peak doors, and both of them have different loading zones attached. Well, good job, Torb. But yeah, this is important if you want to play. If you want to play Beta Quest yourself, keep in mind the double doors, like you can see now on Torb's screen when he turns around. The double doors are 2 different loading zones, because if Link in a casual playthrough enters through the left door, he will enter through the left door inside, and if he enters through the right door, he will enter on the right side. So that's why in Beta Quest this is 2 different loading zones, and this is really important. But yeah, now Torb found Wolf, which is really important. He can now... Wait, he's still human. Wait, oh yeah, because he was in Castle Town. No, why is he still human? This is weird, DB.
I'm confused, yeah.
Wait.
Did he clear Twilight?
No. He went into the sewers.
Did he save up?
He did. But when do we have to leave in sewers?
You can leave as soon as you watch the cutscene, like of Wolflink arriving in the sewers, I guess.
Yeah, that one he saw.
Really
For whatever reason, after the cutscene, he spawned in jail, in the cell, as human. That's the wrong door, Torb. Yeah, he noticed himself. No, we're not fixated on CAG.
Really didn't finish Twilight, right?
No. He didn't even get the vessel yet.
That's odd.
No, Torb! No, Torb! This is the wrong loading zone! You don't want to go there! You want to go back into the sewers! Torb, what are you doing? No, not free Master Sword, because he's not Wolf. But yeah, Jack Raid is actually right. He got Wolf in another way, which I cannot remember.
You can also get Wolf from the portal, like Elden portal.
Oh yeah.
The entrance portal into Twilight can transform you as well.
Yep.
So that's maybe what you should go for now.
Let's try it again. See?
Oh, you see again.
Yeah, but
now he should save for He should save for now. And that really should turn him Wolf. Pretty sure. No,
No!
not reset. Oh well.
Apparently he did, but I believe he did not. Oh, but yeah, he's right, DB. There was some bug I discovered during beta testing that you said is weird. Where you have to leave the area of the cell and then re-enter.
Oh, that could be, yeah, it could be a weird spawn in like the Midness Desperate Hour, I think is what it is. That's kind of what breaks it, I think. Maybe you should tell him that. Because it's you can't know that.
Yep. Dang. DB releasing buggy programs to the world. A classic.
What an asshole.
Yeah, right? He cannot get to the next room because he's human.
Nice.
Could you potentially grab that chain with the claw shot?
I have no idea. Maybe you could. I have no idea if that works. Since that's Nintendo, it might work.
That would be so funny if you could actually grab that chain. But I wanna doubt it. Alright, so front left cactor. Into dying. Into exit in the ranch. Into dying. Into sewers. Let's see if this works. That's the way that Taka found. Poor Torb, really. He got wrecked by this seed. Yeah, now it's Auden Ranch. Now you want to leave the Auden Ranch. You will need your horse. Torb. Alright. Time to leave. That's the wrong direction, Torb. You need to go over the fence. There we go. No, Torb. This is not how you get past this gate. You need to do it properly. Torb, you need to turn around. That's good. Now you can ride across. Now jump. Torb! What the heck are you doing? Come on!
You can't jump over the gate at night, but because they want you to enter the pen at night, so you can't leave.
Wait,
so, yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it doesn't work.
So you need to bonk through?
He should just save off.
But then it's night. It's still night.
Oh, that's true.
But yeah, he could actually bonk through the gate. if I remember correctly, that works. You can just get in a corner and clip through. But yeah, that's actually true. The loading zone is not there at night. Okay, Torb, just try safe warping here again. Maybe it helps. But yeah, if you want to play the seed yourself and try to be faster than Torb, use ZSR Yo 2, which is something I came up with completely random. I don't know why. It's just what I did. But yeah, this is some weird bug that he's not turning into wolf from the Sewers cutscene.
You should just find any other spawn to the sewers so you can safe warp back to the entrance and then go to try to find a different spawn to the sewers.
Torb just
That should work.
Torb just rupee slide through the gate.
Oh, do that. Yeah.
Just rupee slide through the door. That's perfect. Yeah, but usually it works, guy. But yeah, Torb decided to quit because this has been really mean to him, so...
Rip. Oh, wow.
Did you just see what the... DB, what did you do?
What?
Well, how far are we in? 1 hour 25 minutes, right? Roughly.
Yeah.
So, one, the server just crashed.
Nice.
Second, the timer jumped back from 125 to 58 minutes.
Cool.
What the?
Wasn't me.
Fuck.
I guess because he quit, so this is the last time that someone finished, I guess.
No. But the server crash is interesting.
That is interesting, yeah. Isn't that when Jack finished? I thought it was when Jack finished.
That's possible, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what it did. I think I might even have done it on purpose. Maybe.
Yeah, we gotta look
Not
into
sure.
it.
Not sure why exactly, but I think it might be on purpose.
The
crash wasn't on purpose though.
No, the crash was something.
Yeah.
Not a well-formed URL. Well, interesting.
Cool.
Well,
put it on the list.
Put it on the list. All right. Missing number 74. Beta quest does not work on emulator, I believe.
It might work as soon as Semo starts supporting homebrew. Then it should work, but I'm not sure if it does yet. Last time they were pretty close to that, but they didn't support it yet. But they're pretty close to it, so maybe at some point.
All right. So this was our first of hopefully many TPHD beta quest showcases.
Yay!
I hope you enjoyed it. And next time, date is still to be determined. We'll actually do a bingo.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
To have a little fun. And until then, I hope you will be back for the second stream in about 30 minutes. 40 minutes is more like it. And that will be linked to Past Randomizer. Until then, shoutouts to Dragonbane for being
hello
the best man I got. And yeah, see you later.
That was
everyone.
cool. See you guys. Bye bye.